Hi, Torey Eisenman with Benchmark Real Estate Group, and today we have Keith Whitacre with Legal Shield. Keith, thanks for joining us today, and tell us a little bit about who's Keith Whitacre.
Keith Whitacre, I'm a 20-year veteran of the Walt Disney Company and 10 years with Nabisco. So I have over 30 years experience in sales and sales management. Been in Florida about a year, so I'm building my business up from the ground up from being in this market, and I'm excited about it.
Awesome. And you are working with a company called Legal Shield. What is Legal Shield?
Legal Shield is a subscription service that offers everyone a chance to have access to the legal system. It's affordable, it's accessible, and it's accountable. So it's a really great way for everyone to have access to the legal system.
So I actually purchased a Legal Shield membership, I think is what we would call it, quite some time ago. And I personally had identity theft.
Wow.
So I was at a hotel, gosh, it was 10 years ago. And I was in court and I couldn't get out of court in time and put my luggage with the valet. So I called the hotel and said, hey, can you put my luggage with the valet? Well, I had checks in there and I had closing documents from purchasing a home.
Oh my gosh.
And somebody, I guess they made duplicate checks from my bank account, and they wrote checks off my bank account. But so that can be very trying if people get your credit card information. How does that work with Legal Shield when somebody gets a membership?
Well, there's two different things. There's Legal Shield, which is the legal side, which is legal consultation and offers a menu of services. And there's ID Shield, which is the identity theft side. So that covers you. Basically, if you have your identity breach, they'll have a licensed investigator that will work with you to fix your identity, and they'll work with you until it's fixed. And it's up to $5 million that they will go up to. But the main thing is they work with you. There's a lot of other companies that say, go ahead and do what you can do and we'll let you know what we're going to pay for it. These guys have a licensed investigator that works with you. And it's just an awesome service.
Okay, so Legal Shield is the attorney side?
Yes, that's the attorney side where it's legal consultation, where you have access to lawyers. You can ask them any legal question you want, and they're in all areas of law. So there's lawyers. You probably know a lawyer, you probably have a guy that you work with, but he doesn't know, he's in all areas of law.
No. So our attorneys charge us $350 to $450 an hour.
Right, where Legal Shield is $24.95 a month, and you have access to all lawyers of all areas of law. They will get back to you within 8 hours. There's also a 24/7 emergency number or access that you can call them, because life doesn't happen 9 to 5. It happens on the weekend or happens, in the evening. So you can call them. There's also an emergency number. We have an app, but you can dial the law firm if you just have a regular question. They'll get back to you within 8 hours. Or there's an emergency number. If you're stopped and say a policeman's asking a question, you can say, I don't know what to answer. You call the law firm and you can hand the phone to the policeman, and usually they'll help you right then and there.
So somebody told me that they made sure their child always had that number, and they got pulled over by the police and they were told to call that phone number immediately. Yes,
don't call your parents. Call Legal Shield. There was an example of some girls were coming down on spring break, come down to Florida, and they got stopped, and the policeman stopped them. They had a tail light or something, and he goes, I have a warrant for your arrest, and she goes, what do you mean? And so she goes, I don't know what to do. She called her parents first, and the parents said, call Legal Shield. So they called Legal Shield, and Legal Shield said, give the phone to the police officer, and he goes, can you do a little more detail on the warrant? Can you tell me who you're exactly looking for? Well, it was a 51-year-old woman they were looking for, and not somebody that was a teenager. So in that situation, they didn't go to jail or went through all the rigmarole. They actually got to leave and go on their way.
That's pretty scary. So if somebody wants to get information and contact you about Legal Shield, how do they do that?
They can call me. They can go to my website is simple. It's just keith.whitacre@gmail.com. So it's keith.whitacre@gmail.com. Just ask me some questions, or they can call me at my number at 952-239-5870. Simplest way, and I'd be glad to sit down with them, meet with them, have coffee, have lunch, whenever they're available.
Awesome, thank you.